Well, hello everybody. How are you doing on today? I hope that all of you out there are doing just fine. I really do. And I tell you what, I'm doing fine myself. Glad to be back with you once again. It is always such an enjoyment being able to spend a few moments with you whenever I have the opportunity. I would like to say thank you very much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. And I would like to welcome all of you to another episode of TJ's Topics. And in case you didn't know, TJ is me. That's right. And it is a pleasure indeed to be with you. I consider it a joy, an honor, and the privilege to be able to come into your presence on any given occasion. Today, I would like to share a topic with you that I have been contemplating on for a minute now, quite a while. And I've been trying to figure out how in the world could I have this discussion with my followers. Because, it's something that most of us have dealt with in the past and maybe currently dealing with. And if we haven't dealt with them in the past, or if we're not currently dealing with them, then I want you to get ready because it's quite possible that you will have to deal with somebody like this in the future. Who am I talking about? I am talking about none other than your haters. And we all have had haters at one time or another. That's my topic for today. Haters don't just hate you, but they also hate themselves. That is what we're talking about. Haters don't just hate you, but they also hate themselves. And how can a hater hate himself while hating you or hating others? Well, it's like this. You know, think about this now. We all are connected in some form or fashion. I mean, society has a way of, you know, causing us to feel a sense of division. And don't even get me started on the concept of religion, because we all know that there is a ton of division in religion. And when you look at all of that, there are so many things that divide us. Religion is one, politics is another. Whatever your beliefs are about many different things, social issues and whatnot. And look here, skin color, economic status, educational background, and the list goes on and on. All those things are what tend to keep us divided as a people. And that's not a good thing, because as humans, we all are connected. We are one. But when you have haters, people who just simply cannot stand you for whatever reason, they like to drive a wedge between other people and themselves. And if not that, they like to drive wedges between other groups of people altogether. It's something about creating chaos and division that causes them to, get all excited. They get their jollies from that. Oh, I mean, it makes them feel good when they can cause problems for everybody and keep people upset, miserable, unhappy, and divided. That's the thing. But little do they know that while they are creating all this hate towards everyone else and keeping everyone else riled up, they're actually doing themselves a great disservice. Because if they did not have so much hate in their heart for others, then they would find themselves being much happier in the process. Anytime people bottle up all of their anger and various emotions and keep them inside, not willing to discuss them with anybody or figure out ways where they can relieve their stress and stuff, all they're doing is damaging themselves. And that's what haters tend to do, whether they realize it or not. Now, what is a hater? For those of you who may not know, we hear the term all the time, but what is a hater? A hater is a person who greatly dislikes a specified person or thing. They can be very negative. They can be problematic. I mean, they cause so much trouble for everybody, and they wreak havoc on the lives of so many people. And they can do it in such a short period of time. And oftentimes they will wreak havoc in great numbers. What I mean by that is they tend to sow discord amongst large groups of people, whether it's people on the job or, in the classroom. Hey, in school, I mean, a whole school can find themselves um, being inflicted with all sorts of trouble. Now, think about this, since we're talking about school, and I think it's a good time for us to discuss this while school is out, because school won't start back until August for a lot of people in different places, and for others, they may not start back to September. But I want you to consider all of the school shootings that have taken place in this country over the past 25 plus years. I mean, for more than a quarter century, there have been multiple school shootings in the United States, all caused by someone who was proven later on to be a bona fide hater. They had hate towards certain people, individuals or groups of people for whatever reason, and and I'm gonna I hate to even go this route, but seems like religion is the thing that causes the most hate. I mean, religion tends to breed the majority of haters in this world. Look at Christianity. Look at all of the people who have gone out into the world murdering folk, abusing people and all of that. And they did it all in the name of Jesus Christ. Haters, I mean, I don't even have time to go into detail about all of that. But I mean, you can think of some things that have happened along the lines of religion, you know, um, uh, Islam and all these different religions that breed hate and create haters, you know, and they hate folk because, look, that's part of how slavery came into being, because the colonizers had hate towards the people in Africa, and they were about stealing and, I mean, oh man, I just don't even have time to go to all of it. But hate, that's what it's all about. And they don't realize the damage that they cause others and cause nations as a result. Now, a hater, let's give you another definition. A hater is a person who actively and aggressively criticizes and disparages something or someone, such as, an example, a celebrity or a public figure. They can have hate for anything or anybody. at any time. Look at Donald Trump. He's a hater. He hates different people, from different backgrounds and all. I mean, the entire administration that's up there in Washington now are haters. And it's really sad, but it is what it is. So tell me this. Do you know any haters out there? Do you have any haters within your circle at this time? Or dare I ask, have you ever been a hater? Have you hated someone for whatever reason? You didn't like the fact that they were wearing a new outfit and you didn't have on one, or they bought a new car or truck and you weren't able to afford one. They moved into a new house or a nice apartment and you didn't have the means to do the same. They got married and you're still walking around single. They had a baby and you have pretty much aged out of having kids. I mean, just think about it. Hey, and how about this? When people retire from the job, oh man, you'll see a bunch of haters come out then. A lot of haters come out of the woodworks in these places of employment because you have coworkers who wish they could retire and they can't because either they're too young or they don't have the money. They can't afford to. And they're mad at the person who retired. But look how long they've been there, though. They've probably been there for about 30, 35, or 40 years. And they have saved their money. They've made investments, or they have a nice little nest egg or what have you. And so they're able to leave the job and not miss a beat. But you probably can't yet because it's not your time and you sure don't have the money. Being a hater for no reason at all. Haters don't just hate you, but they also hate themselves. So I want you to keep that in mind, okay? And whatever you do, please don't go out here being a hater. Try to show love and kindness to people, if at all possible. I promise you, you'll come out a lot better in the long run. So with that being said, I would like to say a very special thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in to me today on this episode of TJ's Topics. I really appreciate you dropping by. And be sure to tune in again next time when we will have another little discussion of interest. And there's no telling what that might be. This is Taryn Jerome Harris, reminding you that every round goes higher and higher. And I look forward to seeing you again soon, okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.